Yo, hold up. Shout out to Beans. Shout out to Beans. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, the original Don Dada, Split Grill Spada. This is episode 180. I know I just said that. And in this show, I'm doing how to be a top tier man. Do you know what that means? Top tier, top shelf, grade A. Don't play with me. I don't have to deal with this shit. I can get anyone that I want. Damn, I'm over here tapping shit. Anyway, all of that, okay? That's what I'm talking about today. And I think we're going to have a little touchy conversation, all right? Some people might think of it as touchy. Some people might think of it, because I know I still need improvement in my life, but I know who I am. And if you know me personally, I know who I am. And it's nothing nobody can take away from me on that. All right? But I'm going to try to do my best to help out people that probably don't know where they at in life. You know? But before I get to that, this podcast is sponsored by everything that I do. Now, if you want to check out a whole different scene, you know, a whole different level, check out LR Pod TV on Patreon, and that's LR Pod. And then you can go to the LR Pod TV tier, and there's a whole nother level of me, what I do, people I talk to, all of that is over there. So check that out. And also, when you check that out, you can support the podcast. You get 30% off of all merch. Bang. But you can go over there and read all that stuff. Anyway. Oh, check this out, guys. Follow me on Instagram, because I think that'll be a cool place to just talk back and forth, whether it's message or, you know, direct, you know, on the post or whatever, even on the stories. It's cool. But, yeah, go to LR Pod Network on Instagram. And, you know, follow me, I'll follow you, all right? One more thing, just check all the links out in its description, and that will truly help the podcast thrive like it's been doing, slowly but surely. Been rocking out for close to 4 years. 4 years is creeping around in November. Yes. So that'll be dope. I got a lot of people coming through, man. It's like this. I like to talk to dope people, man. They don't have to be, you know, rich. They don't have to be wealthy. That's the same thing, right? They don't have to be a star, you know, rapper, you know, musician. They don't have to be none of that, man. They can just be average people that's dope. And I know people that's watching this knows average people that's dope, right? And sometimes you can tell people, like, damn, yo, other people need to hear you, man. Or other people need to hear you, young lady or old lady, however age you rock. But that's what I want to do. I want to take it to a level to the point that, you know, doctors coming up here, physicists, everybody, and I can just give them the crazy shit in my head. And then y'all can be a witness to that. So, and another thing, we need more females on the screen. Okay? Hold on one second. It's open. Push with your shoulder. It's my son bringing me some cookies. Push with your shoulder, boy. Push it. Jesus Christ. Thank you. It's still hot. All right. Close the door. You interrupting my podcast. So I'm going to have one of these cookies that my son, still hot, chocolate chip joints. Do y'all mind if I eat this real quick? Anyway, yo, Well, this is very disrespectful. I don't know. Let me just finish this little piece right here. So I want more females on the screen. More because females are dope, man. You know, they got a lot of things going on. You know, they're taking care of family, they're taking care of kids. They got a hustle going on, and they work a full-time job. And a lot of them, through all of that, seems to stay in good spirits, at least on the surface. And I think that's dope. So, you know, shout out to all the ladies. And I would love to have y'all have more on the show if I could. All right? All right, let's get to the show, man. So, I do apologize, but these cookies, I'm going to try to hold off. I got 2.5 more cookies left. I'm going to try to hold off to the whole podcast because I don't want to be smacking in your ear. Okay. I summed this podcast up in 7 stages. 7 stages on how to be a top tier guy. Okay? Top tier male. Your presence, right? Your delivery, all of that. So number 1 is your mind. Okay, I'm going to break everything down. Number 2 is your health. Number 3 is money. And you probably say, damn, why money should be number 1? That's not true. Money is an add-on. Money is an advance. Number 4 is confidence. You gotta have confidence. And I'm going to break it down. You know, each little stage. And number 5 is fearless. You got to be fearless in what you're doing. You just gotta go for it. Swing with all your might. Even if you miss, at least you swung with all your might. And you know, 5 and 6 and 7, it will be available on my podcast because it's a little bit graphic. And you know, I go in deep. The link is also in the description if you want. You know, I just talked about that Patreon. But yeah, 6 and 7 is more sexual control and manipulation that will help you be damn near a god if you can just practice these couple things, right? You practice these couple things and you implement them in any relationship. The relationship could be, I don't know, it could be a regular girl you just meet or somebody you in a relationship with or married to. So 6 and 7 is very important, but I'm going to get back to 1 through 5. Okay. Now, the first thing is your mind, right? When you are a top tier person, you have to control your emotions. Okay? And mainly everybody been through that, controlling your emotions at the beginning of your life. When you was a teenager, you know, your first girlfriend, when some deliberately, you know, spoke to another guy or just went with another guy. And you found out, you know, the hard way, she not telling you, or you found out through somebody else. And when you go through that in a young stage, you're able to get it out. You're able to get it out. But after you get older and bills and life just pile on you, and if you didn't get that out in your younger years, that's how people get hemmed up, you know, beating up girls, shooting the whole family, that kind of crazy shit. So it's good to capture your emotions. You know how to control them. That way you're good under pressure, you're good under stress. And if you are good under stress, that is a plus, because you will be stressed out a lot. So this is basically the foundation on being a top tier guy, because you don't want nothing to get you off your game to the point the sheriff department is coming to lock your monkey ass up. You feel me? So that's number one. Number two, talk to yourself. And the reason I say that, I always said I have me and there's ego that I talk amongst too, right? I know that sounds crazy. Do I care? No. But because that ego that I talks to is the one that, just say you in a situation, you like, damn man, should I go in this place? It's mad people out here, yo. It don't look safe, right? Some people don't even ask themselves that question. They just go into the fucking fire and get, blasted or whatever. Sometimes you need to just have that inner person talking to you, and then you go off the emotions on how you should move. That gut feeling. Sometimes it's not just talking. It's just you get that instinct that a lot of people don't cash in. They just pass over, and something end up happening to you. So if you got that inter being talking to you, or you talking to it, and you saying, damn, shit, your friends, a buddy come over, right? Say, hey, man, we got this quick money scheme, bro. You just got to come with us, man. So what's going on? Man, it's a quick thing. Don't even worry about it. We don't go to this house. Nobody there. We going to get the money out the safe. No, we don't take the safe. And then, this and that. You have to process that shit and think about all the variables on what can happen. Or if you doing 100, you got a nice Hellcat or Charger or some kind of nice Benz or something, just something fast. It could be a Civic. And you just on the highway opening up. Oh, out of nowhere, you see the police. Lights come on. You have to talk to yourself and say, what is this outcome? Okay, I have a Honda Accord that's going fast now, but when that Charger get on me with the Interceptor, whatever they be having in those police cars, and not only that, he can radio ahead. This can be an all-night event that can turn ugly. I can get pit maneuvered. So you got to talk to yourself and look at the variables that's coming out and to see if this path you about to choose, what is your chances of getting out of it safe? All right? Y'all get that? And another thing with the mind, stress. Stress is a killer. Stress will have you out here, selling your body. It'll have you out here, catching bodies. It'll have you out here just all fucked up, man. So stress is a key. Stress, the bearing of stress, is like lifting weights. But you got to just know how much you can hold, how much stress you can control before, you just crash down and break, or just fold up, or just snap and go crazy, and then, do whatever you do. So the best thing is that I can give to y'all is don't stress out on something that you can't control. If you eliminated that right there, that will help out in any way in your life. Whether you get laid off because of the job performance, or the job is laying off people because, the money ain't coming in, orders not coming in. You can't control that. So why stress about it? Just figure out what's the next step. Now, if you messing around and you coming to work late and you doing all that, then all right, you something to stress about because you caused that. So the key to that is don't stress about something that you cannot control. That is man, if you can just let that stick in your head, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Okay, so now we're going to go to health on this list of 5. Health is wealth. How many times you heard that? Health is wealth. See, for a man, there's 2 main things that you have to get checked out: your prostate and your colon. And, there's an age where you have to get that checked. Your prostate can, get enlarged and it start messing with your bladder. So now you got to piss all the time, 3-4 times a night. That's going to affect your day. Whether you're working or not, it's going to affect your day because you're getting up. Now, if you're the kind of person that your sleep get broken when you wake up, taking a piss, forget about it. Now, prostate can get worse, and it can cause cancer or turn into cancer. And that is a real rough situation to be in. So that's something you have to get checked. Get your prostate checked. Get your colon checked. Colon is another thing. You've been eating shit since you was 12 years old, right? I think the first colon check, colonoscopy, whatever, is probably about 45. So since you was 10, you've been eating shit. 35 years of just eating everything that your parents, your girlfriend, or whoever just handed to you, or you went out and brought. Get your colon checked, okay? Because if you take care of that inside, you'll be all right. You will live longer, and then this whole 5 steps will all come together, all right? Now, another thing is blood pressure. If your blood pressure is out of whack, your performance will be out of whack. You're going to be popping Viagras every time you have sex. That's not healthy. I know it's not. But, you know, stage 6 and 7 that I was talking about, that you can check out on the Patreon, right? It goes into that whole sex and performance, different little avenues, areas to catch on or to catch them on, and then you got them. But if you over there with high blood pressure or diabetes or something, and you need a pump to pump your shit up, don't even worry about 6 and 7. So you need to get your blood pressure checked, need to get your heart checked, right? And just lift weights, just push that bench, because what if you like big girls? If you like big girls, you want to be able to lift the big girl up and put her to the side or maneuver her around. So, and another thing, jog, run in place, do jumping jacks. You need to get under your stamina to a certain level. Like I said, that goes into 6 and 7 stage. So get that stamina right. Get that stamina to the point that you are an hour in. Even if you pop a pill, you an hour in. Nobody can tell you nothing if you an hour in. Nobody can talk bad about you if you an hour in. Sometimes, hey, you might get a 15-minute shit. You might get a 5-minute banger. It depends on the situation. Now let's get to the fun part. So I just covered your mind. Your mind is, without a mind, none of this other shit works. If you are crazy, if you just, you know, running around doing dumb shit, the rest doesn't matter. If you got poor health, the rest doesn't matter. Now let's get to the fun stuff. Money. Now, the key thing to do is to travel around the world. That way you're not stuck on your little block. You're not stuck in your neighborhood. You're not stuck in the same locations you go to every year. You're able to see other people in the wild in their own habitat. And sometimes it pumps you up. Sometimes you see stuff that can change your life. You could probably catch ideas that can turn around and make you money back in your hometown. So the key is to just travel. Get on a plane. And another thing, this is what I do. If you trying to get a group of people together to travel, it ain't going to work. So what you have to do, you travel dolo. But this is the key right here. You set up the date. You set the trip up. You set everything up for yourself. You send it to the people that you know that's a possibility that they will go. You give them the whole itinerary, the time, what flights you taking, and just see who comes with you. You never know. You probably get one person that come, 3, you might get a whole squad that come. But guess what? If nobody come, your trip is still locked and you can still experience it. All right. But you know, when you're over there, you got to have the street smarts. You got to know what's going on. You got to know how to obey the laws of that country. Other than that, shit, have fun. So enjoy yourself. Now, we all mainly have jobs, right? Most of us that's listening to this podcast, a lot of us, we own our own shit. But even if you have a job, right? It's good to still have an LLC of some sort to have, different tax breaks and the way that you can maneuver your money. It's a good thing to save your money when you combining everything with different things and taxes like that, right? So I know that's a lot of blue blah, but let me break this up to you. Posting your job on your social medias, if you are a single person, is a no-no. Definitely if you are trying to be this top level guy and women is constantly coming through your page, looking at what you're doing, seeing how you get down and seeing all that fly stuff, right? You don't want nobody to put a ceiling over you. So just say you're working at a trucking company, and you make a decent amount of money, right? But people that see you in your uniform or next to your truck or whatever like that, they capped you. You have a ceiling because they know how much you make. So a way to sort of make that all fuzzy is you don't put out there where you work at, right? So when you what you put out there is just you doing regular shit. You bring your LLC side hustle to the forefront. That's not capped. You're more attractive because you don't have a ceiling. Definitely if you got these women that's looking for like top tier money making high earners, you are keeping yourself out of their sights, out of their scope. So you want to pull that job back, cut all the video and pictures of you at your job, and sort of put out your hustle. Whatever that LLC, put that to the forefront. There is no cap. It shouldn't be no cap to that on how much you make. And, it's a little trick to pull in people, get the women you want, But anyway, keep going. Another thing, the key in the money field is the ending. You want to figure out your future. You can't really rely on your children to take care of you once you get older. If you in a relationship or if you married, you can't really depend on your wife to take care of you. So you want to have some kind of papers or anything like that set up going in a certain direction to the point that you are straight. Even if it's a nursing home, it'll be paid off. You still get good care all the way to the end. You don't want to be rolled up in the corner of a family member house that's forced to take care of you, or your wife. She can actually roll you in the corner too. After all them years of treating her like shit, she can roll you right in the corner and just collecting your checks. So you don't want to have that happen. So you probably want to take care of the ending, the elder years. I know we don't think about the elder years. We think about now. That's all we think about. But you want to think about that, at least to have your situation set up to the point that you know what's going on. If you have to move into a home, or if your house or wherever you stand at, there is money coming in to keep that rent going, keep that mortgage going, keep everything going, so you'll be all right. So that's the main thing of the money. You want to enjoy it, how to make it, how to mask a job, because jobs are cool. Jobs are nice. But still, if you want a nice woman, you have to mask the income, right? It's sort of like a trap, I could say. I mean, shit, we trap shit, right? We trap fish. We trap damn near everything we eat, right? So continue it. Pull your money back. Take all the pictures off. Put your hustle as the forefront. That's what you do. Your money, your job It's your private investor, right? Nobody have to know about that. Okay, let's keep going. Number 4 is basically confidence, man. Confidence, they can see that. When you walk anywhere, you meet anybody, you walk in a room, they see the confidence. Either you got your head down, you're just looking up, or you just, looking at everybody in the eye, shaking their hands, no soft whale hands, You want to do the firm handshake, eye contact, right? And another thing about being confident is if you're not being yourself, you will never be confident. If you goofy, if you funny, stick with it. If you just a weirdo, stick with it. Be yourself. People can tell when you are trying to be somebody you're not. So be yourself. It's so many people in this world that whether you're a weirdo and whatever you like, crazy stuff that you like, it's going to be always somebody that likes the same thing. So stick with it. Put it out there. They don't like it. Okay. What do you want to do? All right. Another thing is knowing you a king, knowing you the shit, portraying an aura that you are the shit. Because you are the shit. Pretty simple. Make everybody know you are the shit. Portray you are the shit. Your energy would just, when you walk past people, be like, yo, he the shit. She be like, he the shit. It's a thin line between cocky and arrogant. Just be the shit. Stop. Okay, back to arrogance. Do not let nobody say you are arrogant or cocky. There has to be a reason why you're arrogant and cocky. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of arrogance with a sprinkle of cockiness. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't affect nobody because you are portraying, you are radiating you, right? Everything you do should have a hint of arrogance to it. Yeah, it's going to make people uncomfortable. You're not hurting nobody. And I know y'all probably never heard nobody say this shit. You should only turn on arrogance when somebody is trying to belittle you or dwarf your accomplishments. That's when you turn up the arrogance knob and you just break down everything that you doing or you did or you accomplished and all the stuff they didn't accomplish. But that's only when you're being attacked. Only. Unless you're feeling like you just need to do whatever you do. I don't know. So the last one is this. It's fearless. And this is important. Without risk, there is no rewards. I know people that don't take no risk. Not one little speck of risk. I wouldn't be able to survive. I wouldn't be able to get to where I'm at today without taking risks. Shit, I take risks every day. But also, I talk to the inner me, my ego, right? I know that sounds crazy, but you have to take risk in life if you plan on getting ahead. If you think about, settlers or the first people out of Africa, or we can just stay here. We got animals, but no, over those mountains. I wonder what's over those mountains. I don't know. I want to stay here where it's comfortable at. And, we don't have to walk and we don't know what's over those mountains. So you got people that just travel. Risk takers. Going for the high grain food instead of the little bullshit they catching running around. They going for the big stuff. You got to take risks. Another thing is don't settle. If you like, just say if you out at a bar, right? And you see a pretty young lady. And she got a mean face. Don't worry about that mean face. Don't worry. It's probably a shield that she got up. Don't even worry about that weird face. So just say you wanted to talk to her. Try it. Just get up and introduce yourself. Add a little humor if you could. Don't be too over the top because it's going to be weird. But talk to her. What's she going to do? Pull out a gun and tell you to kneel and shoot you in the head? No. She's either going to say, not today, or I'm not interested. I have a man or a husband, whatever. You say, okay, sorry about that. You enjoy the rest of your night. And you continue to do whatever you was doing. But what if you got her? What if you took that risk? Shit. Try this. Next time you out, and there's a table of girls, it got to be 2 or more. It could be 4 or 5 girls. Just go over to the table. Just talk to all of them. Now, never choose the one you want because she could be married. Now, you can't jump to her. You can't say, well, how you doing? It's too late. You messed up. You threw your cards out. So you go to the table. You introduce yourself. You start asking everybody names. My name is such and such. Blah, 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 blah. You say a couple things funny. And then you sort of, sweep to see which one looks more interested in you. You will see. And that's the one you go for. Because if you go for the one you like, or the one you attracted to, and she curve you, you're dead. Just turn around, my G, because it ain't nothing else you can do. You can't go to the girl sit next to her because they don't tell you to get the hell out of there. So take risk. Be fearless. What are you scared of? You're going to die one day, so enjoy it. And another thing, when you walk in a room, you are the sun, and everybody in that bitch is planets. Okay? That's how you got to think. When you walk in a room, you are the sun and they are planets. Okay? And that's basically what I have right here. So, the mind is key. That's number one. Because if you're a crazy person, it's a wrap. Nobody want to be around you. Nobody want to deal with you. I don't care if you got money. If you got money and crazy, you just useless. Health. Without health, what do you have? You can have $1 million, but you throwing up blood and pissing blood. You have to have good health. Money. Money is a beautiful thing. Maybe I want the gold steak tonight with golden flakes on it, right? Maybe I want to do different things. Maybe I want to drive around in a Lamborghini. Maybe I want to take a little trip. Maybe I want to dress fly. It's good to have money, but never show your hand by posting your job. Definitely if you're trying to find a woman, a nice looking woman. Never use your job on your Instagram or your Facebook, depending on where you're looking at women at, because you are giving yourself a monetary ceiling that they know about. But if you don't do that, shit, they don't know how much you make. And unfortunately, that's what we are going through today. They are looking at how much you make. So you want to mask that until you at least get to know them. And another thing that's lost in this world is, you remember back in the day when you can talk on the phone with a young lady, right, for hours. You met her one time, probably to give her your number, y'all exchange numbers. You talk to her a couple times, long period of time. Y'all is so comfortable next time y'all meet. No telling what's going to happen. It's like y'all been knowing each other for years. But you only talk 3 times, but it's been like 3 hours, 4 hours each time y'all talk. Now, some people don't have the conversation to pull off that shit. But if you can, use it. Believe me, it will be to your advantage. So, Try life in that order. Like I said, 6 and 7 is very important to complete this set. But that's on the Patreon, LR Pod on Patreon, and then hit the LR Pod TV tier, and the whole list will be up there again, breaking down 6 and 7. You probably don't need it, but at the end of the day, all of this shit I just said, right? 6 and 7 is the closers. Whether you like her or you don't, or you just want her to have, a good time, you want her to add another woman to the scene, 6 and 7 could work on that. All right? So that's the game of life, the game of chess we play. You only get one go at this. All right? You just get one go at it. So why be a scary little bitch? Just go at it. Have fun. Be fearless. Get money. Get your mind right. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for listening. Peace.